Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Choices of Stories You Play, Rules of Engagement, Book 2, Chapter 4, All That Jazz! Now playing as Katie. After getting dressed up for your night out at the 1920s speakeasy, you and Dean make your way down to the port. So, where's this mysterious place anyway? That's part of the adventure. We've got to find it. Wouldn't be much of a speakeasy if everyone knew where it was, right? We've got to find the speakeasy? Meaning you're lost? I love scavenger hunts. I knew I invited you for a reason. My friend's the owner, but he moved the place to a new location, so it'll be all new for me too. I know that the speakeasy is farther down the shore. Let's head along the boardwalk. So, how does finding this place usually work? Well, I reserved a table for us, so they texted me a password. Apparently the password is the clue to finding the door. Once we find it, we gotta say the password into the intercom. The door could be anywhere. What's the clue? Dean takes out his phone and shows it to you. I pray you do not fall in love with me, for I am the falser than vows made in wine. I pray you do not fall in love with me, for I am falser than vows made in wine. Wow, that is cryptic. Oh, part 2. Now I find thy saw of might, whoever loved that loved not at first sight. Isn't that from Shakespeare, Jane Austen, Drake? It's not Drake. At least I don't believe. Jane Austen. Good times for Google, huh? I want to say thy. Thy has not been used in quite some time. I want to go Shakespeare. Oh. That sounds right. You know your stuff. I try. It sounds like it's from Shakespeare's play, As You Like It. Oh, when it was more modern. Well, now that we've got that down, how is Shakespeare going to help us find the speakeasy? There are only a few businesses along the boardwalk. It could be this library down the street, since the clue's from a written text. Maybe, but it could just be easily be in that theater too, since it is a play. Aw, they should have made us. That would have been a good, where do you think it might be? Not to mention, there's a dive bar at the end of the row. Where do you want to look first? Yes, they give you the choice. Okay. I think the speakeasy is hidden in the library, theater, dive bar. No, dive bar would be way too obvious. She did mention modern play. Library is where you typically would read Shakespeare, but Shakespeare is more widely known for the theater. So I'm gonna go theater. Enter the theater where two people, all dressed up, seem to be in the middle of rehearsing something. Welcome, fair newcomers. From where do you hail? From where do we hail? The real question is, where are you from? Where's the alcohol? Where are you from? Where we're from is much less important than where you're going. I agree. We're just looking for the speakeasy. Do you know where it is? I know not of this speakeasy of which you speak. However, I might know how to help you find that which you seek. Are we rhyming now? It's the 90s, dude, and you're going for Shakespeare theme. Is this something we all have to do? In order to find the secret door, you'll have to come and own the floor. It's the latch and the theater floor. The two actors both offer you their hands and bring you on stage. Uh-oh, here we go. I guess this is where we say the password? Dean looks at you as he delivers his lines. I pray you do not fall in love with me, for I am the falser than vows made in wine. Now I find thy saw of... Shit. I didn't know I was supposed to memorize Shakespeare. Delight might. Now I find thy saw of... Delight? The actor imitates talking, then lifts his prop sword up in the air in a powerful stance. It's quite all right. Go on. Whoever loved that love not at first sight. The actors adjust you and so that you're facing Dean and motion for you to swoon. Let's see, you said. Now I find thy saw of delight. Whoever loved that love not at first sight. I think something went awry there. Your delivery cannot use. You could use. Okay. Well, never fear. Thank you for taking part in a little play so dear. They hold the red curtain open for you to head backstage. A farewell, dears. Backstage, you open a door and peer down below to see a dark spiral staircase. Huh. After you. What a gent. Hold my hand so you don't get lost. Wish me luck. Hold my hand so you don't get lost. Anything for safety. You take Dean's hand as you descend and reach the bottom of the spiraling steps where you encounter a barrier. Wait, I feel a door. Actually, it feels like a bookcase. You're preoccupied with touching the spine covers on the different shelves when a speaker suddenly crackles beside you. Password. Whoa. I think they've got night vision security cam somewhere. Dean delivers the password lines. Who's the author? Shakespeare. That's right. So, we can go in? This is some baloney. You think you can come in here like this and bring that Fed with you? Huh? Oh, what Fed? They think you're gonna turn them in for bootlegging because you're not dressed as a flapper. Oh, I promise I'm not a Fed. Oh yeah, prove it. I really love gin-galapping, vodka vacuuming, gin-galapping, I don't know. Likely story. Hey, pal, she's the, real McCoy, I swear. Alright. Pull the right side of the book on the bookshelf and let yourselves in. But you'd better be troublemakers. The law's not allowed here. That we can do. You feel around in the dark for the right book and pull. The door swings open to reveal. We made it. I'm surprised. No, I'll leave that for later. On the dance floor of the bar, a live jazz band plays sultry tunes. Welcome. Hey, you look familiar. I highly doubt that. I've been here since 22. I sure haven't seen the likes of you here before. This place is so mysterious. Let me take you to your table. You and Dean take your seats. By the way, I'm curious, how do you choose the password? Does it change every time? Yes, we base it on the person who makes the reservation. The server gives Dean a pointed look before gliding away. Based on you, huh? Are you falser than vows made in wine? Tell me any lies lately? Of course not. No idea what that guy's going on about. Maybe because of the mention of wine in the quote? He knows I'm a bartender since I'm friends with the manager. Speaking of which, come on, let's grab a drink. At the bar, you take a look at the menu. Wow, bee's knees, hanky-panky? I haven't heard of most of these cocktails before. I know a couple. How about you tell me what mood you're in right now, and I'll help you pick. Huh. Okay, I'm feeling... Well, it's supposed to be the Roaring 20, so cool and relaxed, or dangerous, cool and relaxed. I think refreshing mint julep is perfect for you then. He puts the order in with the bartender. After a few moments, Dean hands you the finished drink. This is bourbon, crushed ice, and fresh mint. That actually looks kind of good. Mint julep, huh? I feel like a true Southern belle. Dean orders a sidecar, and you take your drinks back to your table. It's beautiful here. Glad you like it. My friend really made some great changes with the new place. It's fun to be all dressed up for it. Yeah, I almost didn't recognize you without your tattoo peeking out from underneath your shirt. Didn't really think that would fit my getup. I always wanted to ask, what does your tattoo mean, anyway? Ah, yeah, the Black Ravens. It's kind of a long story. A long story? We've got all night to talk. It's okay if you don't want to talk about it. We've got all night to talk. Not to mention, plenty of cocktails lined up. I get the idea. I know I told you that my dad was in the military, but I didn't tell you that I joined the Navy. I was a SEAL. What? I had no idea. I knew there was something you weren't telling me. Huh. I knew there was something you weren't telling me. Really? Well, you've always been pretty quick. Why didn't you bring this up before? I mean, of course I trust you with this, but it's not exactly the most cheerful topic. In what way? Well, to tell the story, we have to go way back. When I was a kid, my dad was stationed in Hawaii. I made friends with another guy on base, John Condrado. We grew up together. When our parents got stationed in Germany, we moved together. What was John like? What was your favorite place to live? What was John like? Impulsive, a total loudmouth, talked a lot of smack. Never backed down from a fight. Never thought twice about taking a swing at a guy. But he always had my back, and so I always had his. He was my best friend. John and I stayed friends over the years and decided to enlist together after high school. He became a Navy pilot, and I volunteered for the SEALs. Sounds intense. Yeah, surviving Hell Week was. Well, I didn't think I was going to, but we wrote each other. That kept me going. Talked about how we were going to be heroes or something. Learned pretty quickly it's more complicated than that. Anyway, I was on tour near Ramadi when I heard the news. John, he got shot down. I'm so sorry. That must have been terrible. I know how that feels. Okay, we're not even gonna get that. That must have been terrible. Worst day of my life was when I found out. What happened next? I finished my contract, then got the hell out of Dodge. Got my bartending license and started as a busboy. Being in the back of the kitchen was actually relaxing after all that. But I knew that I liked the sea, so I did some digging for some other gigs. I've been on the Mediterranean ever since. Never looked back. And the tattoo? Yeah, I guess it's my way of keeping him with me. Anyway, I don't usually talk about him, but there's something about you that makes me feel like I can talk about anything. You can. I mean it. I wish I could have met him. He would have liked you. Dean clears his throat, waits for another round of drinks. So, would you ever get a tattoo for me? Let's just say
I don't think that would be too much of a stretch.
Oh, and what tattoo do you think best represents me? Dean takes a sip of his drink, thinking.
A compass. Because sometimes you might feel like you're unsure of where you're going, but maybe you're just exploring. You know? I think you have a better idea of where your true north is than you think. What about you? Would you ever get a tattoo?
A tattoo? I'm definitely interested. No way. I've always thought about getting one. I wish it was like a middle ground. Like, I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. I guess I'll go with definitely interested.
Cool. I like to think of it as collecting memories, so I never forget. If you got a tattoo for me, what would it be?
Ooh, a tattoo for you. I think I would get a wolf, a tidal wave, your name and a heart with a cupid firing an arrow. Really? No, that's way too corny. From what we know about Dean so far, we're not gonna get the heart with a cupid. No, that's totally corny. Corny, and yes, women would do that, but some, not all. I'm gonna go with a wolf. I don't know, I kind of like it and associate it with myself, so if a girl ever got a tattoo of me, I'd think of a wolf or something, I don't know.
Really? Why's that?
Because you do your own thing, you follow your instincts, and you're a free spirit. All of that is true.
I like that.
As music begins to play, you turn to glance at the dance floor. Alright, all you suffragettes and sassy gents, you flappers and fellas, and those of you who have been practicing the Charleston, it's time for the freestyle dance competition. Dance with me, Rudolph Valentino?
Of course, Bella.
Dean takes your hand, and you both hop onto the dance floor.
I gotta say, I don't know much about the 1920s dance. How about you?
Me? How about we improvise together? No. Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
The dance floor opens up for the contestants.
5, 6, 7, 8.
You look around and everyone seems to be placing their hands on their knees and shuffling back and forth. Hands on knees, hands on kidneys, hands on knuckles, hands on knees. You bend your knees, place your hands on them, and shuffle smoothly back and forth.
Nice.
Dean mirrors your moves. You watch as the other couples do kicks and spins. We should do kicks.
Okay.
Kick in place, kick Dean, kick while spinning in a circle. Kick in place? I feel like I forgot something. Everyone else is doing fancier kicks. Well, of course, they're just... Okay, anyway. Alright, we have one less chance to end this right, but I don't really know any swing moves. Dean, let's break out into a timeless, awesome dance move.
Okay, I'll follow your lead.
Jump rope, trip, dab. No! Jump rope.
What are you doing?
No, we're not dabbing. Jumping rope?
You don't have a jump rope.
I don't give a shit. I am not dabbing. Oh, right. The song ends and everyone gathers around to hear the results. You watch as the medals go to the other couples on the dance floor. Aww.
Well, I still had a good time.
Heady from the crowd, dancing and music, you turn to meet Dean's gaze. I should kiss Dean, hug Dean, do a fancy handshake. Really? It was a date, so kiss. Ignoring the people around you, you wrap your arms around Dean and kiss him. He lifts you up and twirls you around as the other dancers applaud. After a moment, Dean sets you down, grinning sheepishly. He tips his fedora jokingly at you, and you curtsy back at him.
You know, time traveling is pretty fun with you.
Thanks for taking me out tonight. You look around and realize that servers have started to wipe down tables and collect glasses. Looks like they're closing up.
Yeah, seems like. I don't really want to call it a night just yet.
Hey, bud, Francis, the owner, says he knows you. He asked if you mind shutting the place down for us tonight.
I got a dame I gotta go see about, and the door will lock on the way out.
Sure thing. The server and a few others head out. Dean leans down to whisper to you, his breath in your ear, making your skin tingle.
What do you say? Stay for one more drink? I'll whip you up something special. We've got the whole place to ourselves.
Don't worry, it's gonna be Diamond Wall, and I knew it. God damn it, son of a... Stay out for another drink with you? I'd like nothing more. And you could have had the whole bar to yourself. And my mind is an image and a fantasy, but I digress. I'd better turn in for the night. After all the dancing and drinking, I think it's time for me to hit the hay.
Alright, no worries. Let's head back to the boat.
Later that night, you and Dean stroll back to the ship. People must think you walked off of a movie set.
I hope so, but it seems like most people are asleep by now.
Yeah. Thanks for taking me back to the 20s. You really go all out.
I wanted to do something special for you. This was a night I'll never forget.
Dean gives you one last comforting embrace.
Good night, Katie.
You were able to escape your worries for one night, but will you be able to foil Trent's plot? And does Dean have more secrets? Keep playing to find out. Wow, wow. Do 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 do. Wow, wow. All right. Well, all we have left is Love Hacks, which you guys should really give it a chance. I do a great Cole impression, I liven it up, and I make it better than the book in and of itself. I posted some suggestions, and I also did last week's weekly recap. You should really check that out. I'll probably post it at the end of this video, which most likely, if you're seeing boxes on your screen, that means we're at the closing time. And also, keep in mind that all the other episodes are up, and... well, I don't know if we're going to do a weekly recap for this week. I feel content with most of the choices. There are a couple things I would discuss, but maybe I'll discuss them, or maybe I'll just save them for next week's recap. I guess it depends on how Love Hacks turns out, so tune in for that. I make it fairly enjoyable. So, versus it being the least favorite book out of all the books right now on the most recent poll that was up. So, you should really check it out. Until next time, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Make sure to share it. Get more people out there to, hey, pick up the Pixelberry app, try it for themselves, or get to enjoy some good comedy, some lighthearted visual novelization, whatnot. And until next time, peace out.